Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Apparently that my name is Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again. And before we get to the bad news, by the way, which is going to be one bad news I'll have to mention anyways, and before we do exactly get to 700 subscribers, which I know that's right now, is I want to mention is this, that it's gonna probably be delayed the second time. That I'm referring to is my FNAF Plush season is gonna be delayed, which means, yeah, it's gonna probably be delayed for the second time. Which I know, and I know it's gonna be delayed the second time, which I probably still would have said that it could be an official house right now, but unfortunately, I just have to pretty much stick with the hotel a little bit before that can happen. Before moving to an official house or a big house, one last move again, then it could be all done. And I'll be like, thank good Jesus of Christ, it'll be done. Which, like I said, I'm not trying to be a hater or trying not to be mean, but I pretty much would say thank goodness, which I have nothing against to say is like, oh, I hate hotels, which I still don't, by the way. It's not true. I like most hotels sometimes, when I just get them out of free space a little bit just to do stuff. But at this point, again, I probably would still prefer a house or a big house, in fact, or even hell, a mansion house, for example. But I think it probably would be too exampled and a little bit too obvious for that anyway. So let's just focus on the subscriber goal right now. So the only subscriber goal I probably would have to suggest and change up a little bit with the FNAF Season Plush, I'll have to say it would be about 800 subscribers or 900 subscribers higher, which means I probably would need the time and fix up the time to do episodes, which will still be the exact same Season 1 every time because it'll stay the same way as the previous plush videos I did recently, way back exactly, which I'm still trying to do otherwise. So, before I can say anything, by the way, is that yes, I actually am working on a huge, big thing that's going to happen. The next level up, by the way, it'll only be about Five Nights at Freddy's. It'll only be about jump scares, gore, and all that other stuff, or usually likely the other ways every time. That refers to only about the games. Only about the games of Five Nights at Freddy's, every single one of it. So, pretty much I just follow by step and just do what I gotta do every time. And of course, I'm gonna do the voices of the night guards, the boss of Freddy Fazbear's, apparently, and of course the animatronics like always, and every other time to voice the characters, which, it's going to be a bit of another move up a little bit for me to do the characters, which it's going to be a while for me to voice them, but I'll still give it a shot, just to give it a try still while doing the episodes and getting them all completely done. That way, it probably wouldn't struggle a little too much for me to struggle it a little less, because I don't want to be the one struggling too many things, because yeah, I'm trying to aim for the perfect ones. I'm trying to aim for, so that way that the episodes don't kind of suck, because I'm just trying to get some episodes in the most perfect lightly way as possible in the 800 subscriber special or near 900 subscribers, which we're not probably anywhere to that anyway. So I'm going to say, and I'll have to pretty much likely make the announcement that the FNAF Season Plush is delayed the second time, which it probably is delayed the second time. So I do apologize for everybody's waiting and patience that it's delayed the second time. But to be honest, by the way, I want you guys to understand that, whenever I do get a new house, by the way, or an official house, or even a big house officially, then it means I might be able to do videos with the characters, like plush characters apparently I might have to get back to anyway again, which by the way, we're probably a lot way a little bit back to do all that still. But let me just tell you guys, the favor is that in order for the subscriber goal to move up to 800 or 900, it actually depends on the move out thing one last time again, just like one move out a little bit, which will still be here in Nevada apparently, still there exactly, but it's gonna have to be probably like an official house or a big house that I might have to like kind of mention less ways a little later, because I just want to like get the season out without having me to have anxiety, because I just hate having anxiety all the time, because it scares a lot of times out of me sometimes, because I just want like things to be an anxiety exactly, because I don't want to be the one having anxiety too much, because me, sometimes I might get scared for different things I just didn't even do, because I'm just trying to get things sorted out and get things done, because I'm just wanting to get things done, that's all. So anyways, that being said, I just want everybody to understand that I know it's a bit of the sad, unfortunate news for me to say this a little bit. Just for me to kind of like have it a move to a new subscriber goal, exactly apparently, to kind of move it elsewhere, which it does kind of suck, which I know. I really get it. But let me just try to make it up to everybody right now that the subscriber goal for 700 subscribers is going to be up to me to do, and we'll figure it out a little later, and we'll figure out which subscriber goal would I probably need to do for 700 subscribers, which is a little different for me to do, so I'll try to figure out something to do and look around to see what I can do and see what I can try at least to figure out. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens, because I mean, for me, I probably would need to kind of figure out which subscriber goal what I need to do for 700 subscribers. That way, it probably would help a lot, exactly, and regardless, for me, what I need to do. So, in order for 700 subscribers to happen, I might have to figure something out a little bit, or yet again, see what I can do. But in order for that to happen, we'll see. Even though we might be one close away for 700 subscribers to be official and approved, then it means that I might have to find a solution for what I can do for 700 subscribers, even if though it's been probably quite some time and a while for me to probably do so. So that being said, I want everybody to kind of understand for the fact that I want to say that, well, I did figure out a little bit of solutions, a little bit for me just to say is like, it's going to be weeks, days, or yada, 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 because I want to like plan the FNAF season plush a little longer just to have it aired and ready to go and have it on a release date whenever it's like the official house that I might probably have to be moving one last time again. So that's just what I want to let you guys understand about and have the full the full understanding to kind of have it ready. So that being said, I want everybody to know what I'm trying to talk about here. So that being said, thank you guys so much for waiting and understanding for what I have to go and have to talk about. So that being said, I do apologize again that I know it's been delayed the second time, but the third time isn't going to be delayed, because I mean, what's actually more annoying for delays is either 20 or damn 10 times apparently. That would be sincerely way a lot annoying. So anyway, let's just go ahead and focus on the bright side, that yes, we can all agree that the delays can be annoying about like 10 or 20 times, which, I'm not higher from any of those. I'm just probably on the lower ones, just to not even go further enough for that. So that being said, I just want everybody to kind of wait a little longer for the subscriber goal to begin with 800 or 900 apparently, for me to release the season of Five Nights at Freddy's season plush that I'm going to try to be able to release as further as I can, all the way from the beginning apparently, and all the way through the end. So that being said, I want everybody to understand the solution that I'm just trying to like convince everybody to kind of wait a little longer for the season plush to automatically be released again. that's only going to be about Five Nights at Freddy's and will only stay as Five Nights at Freddy's. So, that being said, I want everybody to be waiting as they can and be highly patient to just kind of wait. So, that being said, thank you guys for taking the time and understanding the solution and video. I want to talk about the delay thing I was wanting to talk about. So, yeah. Anyways, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I do appreciate again for everybody's understanding and waiting for the video for me to unlikely to kind of like release the season and have the FNAF season plush being ready to go. So that being said, thank you guys so much for enjoying this video. And remember, these 4 things you guys have to do is remember this is like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified. That way you guys will not miss a single video that comes onto this channel. So that being said, thank you so much for enjoying this video, and it's time to wrap up exactly and have this done. So that being said, thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. And also, by the way, there won't probably be any more bad news a little bit before we still head into more good news exactly and continue where we left off still and have what we're still going to continue, what we have left off and what we have started a little bit by finishing FNAF Help Wanted non-VR that I'm actually going to be finishing up a little bit if I can, which I highly can and hopefully can do that exactly to get it done too. So yeah, and plus the troubles are actually going to be no worries a little bit. It's going to be no worries of less trouble exactly to get it done and have it off exactly and just move right along to the next one and see what we can do next. But that being said, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. And also, by the way, my birthday is actually coming a little close, by the way, and I might be 23 years old. And I'm like, damn. Man, I guess I might be close to 23 years old. Like, good damn. So that being said, yeah, my birthday's coming around a little close. So that being said, I hope that you guys could say happy birthday for me exactly. If you guys want to, that's totally natural. But if you don't have to, that's totally fine. I, again, will have to be alright with that. But, just that being said, my birthday is coming close and I'm going to be 23 years old. So yeah, I am going to be 23 years old and I'm going to be like, let's freaking go. Which is going to be pretty interesting for me a little bit. So, yeah, going to be 23 years old, and that's going to be a bit surprising. So, that being said, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. And please remember to do so is like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. And that being said, we'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye, everybody, and I hope that you understand the solution and the conversation that we talked about, that it's going to probably be delayed the second time, but let me just tell you guys this, that the delay, by the way, will no longer be delayed again, by the way, if it was ever third or fourth, by the way, which there'll be no more delays, apparently, if there will be an official house or a bigger house I could move to again one last time, and then it will be off the hook. So that's all I want to talk to you guys about and have this done. So that being said, thank you guys very much for being patient. And also, as for the subscriber goal for 700 subscribers, I can try to make up something very special to probably do, which I probably would try to do anyways and get that on board too. So yeah, that subscriber goal for 700, I might actually do something very special worth for everyone exactly, which I probably will make it up to everyone. So yeah, 700 subscribers special is coming right up, which, by the way, it's going to be something different, by the way, which is either going to probably be which way it's going to be. So I'll have to make that decision and make that decision clear anyway to see what I can do. So yes, that being said, 700 subscribers is coming right up, as it will definitely be preceded. So that being said, thank you, and God bless everyone, and God bless America. And I want to say this, by the way, is that hope that you guys are excited for the subscriber goal for 700 to start, as it will probably proceed. So thank you guys so much for watching, and this is definitely a bit of my speech I wanted to let you guys know about is thank you so much for understanding and how much we've actually came further to get to a new subscriber goal. And even though I want to say this, by the way, of how far I've been getting exactly on my main channel, is I want to thank everyone so much for subscribing my main channel. It means so much a lot to me exactly for how further we've gone through exactly by day and more support I've been getting on my main channel. Thank you. And I mean this for everyone. Thank you so much for being there, exactly for supporting my main channel of the journey. I really again appreciate it for everyone for the time of days and days. I really appreciate it so much. So that being said, it's going to be pretty much be explained on the text box if I probably will have to try to add that, but if not, then that's totally natural for everyone. It'll be totally fine. So that being said, thank you so much for subscribing my main channel throughout the days of my life. I really appreciate it so much for everyone. I really do mean it for a lot. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're a real Devin-Foxy fan, remember this. Do not end up like a faker or a fake Devin-Foxy fan who just tries to spread hate. That's never happening. So remember this. We all need to do is the love, care, respect, and all do those things. So please do that, and that would mean a lot. Really mean a lot on my main channel. So that being said, go ahead and subscribe to my other separate channels if you feel free to do that. Then yes, feel free to do all of that exactly. If not, that's totally fine. Which, like I said, I probably may be less or may will be active at some of them. But like that being said, I hope to say this. Thank you so much for getting me this far. For a new subscriber goal, reach up to the next era of the next level. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys for the next video. So that being said, see you guys next time, and we'll see you guys there for the next subscriber goal for 800 or near 900. So that being said, thank you, and I'll see you for the next video. And I promise you guys this, that once the FNAF Season Plush season will be ready to go and will be released, then it will be fully time for me to actually express my words, and will actually say this, by the way, and it will be about time for the next new level to be up, which is going to be the next interesting, pretty much generation will probably be onto. So that being said, thank you, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace on out. And this is Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again. And we'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care, and signing out. Thank you, and we totally respect you, brother. So that being said, see you next time. Sign off.